So question number 25 of December 2022, we are given the data for Meridian Company, the production units, and then we are told to determine the variable cost per unit and the total variable cost using regression output. So we will come here and put our solution. So when you're told to do the regression, we will have our units here. Our units, which are our X. Then we will have the costs. We'll have the costs, which is our Y. That way, we can board here. We can board this one. So let's copy these units here. These ones, you copy, come and paste here. Let's come and copy these ones also. Come and paste them here. Sasa huyu nani anakezea hapa? Is what I was. Okay, I am here. Control V. But my Excel has misbehaved. Yeah, good. So I'm in this column. I want to expand kidogo. So we want to do the regression so that we can get the costs. We want to do the regression. So, and what do they want? They also want us to have the 95% confidence. Then we prepare a chart. Okay. So let me go here to data analysis, regression. Okay. So for this one, my Y values are from here. Is it picked correctly? That way. My X values are from here. Has not picked correctly. Good. Picked correctly. Labels, we keep them. 95%, we keep them. The output range. So this one I can delete. Maybe I can bring it here. And then I say, okay. So when I say, okay, I have my output here. So these values. Yeah, so this one I can expand kidogo. Yeah, I think the others are okay. So what did the examiner want? He wants us to say the variable cost per unit and the total variable costs. So does he want include the lower and the upper boundaries at 95? Okay. So he wants the total variable cost here, the total cost here, and we have the boundaries for these units. Okay. 100, 150, 200. Okay. So let's come here and do the interpretation. So in the interpretation, we have the fixed costs. Then we have variable cost per unit. Variable cost per unit, expand kidogo. So this one will be equal to this one. And then, what if I inserted a row here? Let's insert a row there. So that these ones, we call them base. Then we have the row limit. And then we have the upper limit. The upper limit. Because nimeona kuna mahali imeulizwa. So with that, hii ni kuja niseme it is this one, enter. This one, it is the lower limit here. Enter. This one, it is here. And you can see this Excel is giving us two outputs for these values, but they are the same. Hii 91 na hii 70 na hii. So you pick any of your choice. Equals the upper limit. I pick this. And this one, I pick this. And these values, I can put decimals. I can put decimals. That way. This one, I can just modify kidogo. Bold. Just like we had said, this is our X, sorry, this is our A and this is our B. So here, the examiner wants we get the variable cost per unit and the total variable cost using the regression output. So we will come here and show our examiner the units. And then the total variable costs. The total variable costs. So this one, let's come and copy these ones. Let's come and copy, we paste them here. I can put commas and not decimal. Comma and not decimal. So when he asks us for the total variable cost, we are going to have the number of units multiplied by, I don't know whether he wants us to have the base, like in your haja specify, if I'm getting the question right. Here's the upper and the lower. The upper and the lower, they only apply to part B. Part A does not have the upper and the lower, so we can save ourselves that energy. So I'm saying we will use the variable cost per unit for the base. So we will say equals this value here. And because this one will be changing, you lock it. So you press F4. Then you multiply by the number of units here. You press enter. Then you autofill. And you can put the decimals. That's the total variable cost. Then for the what else? We estimate the total cost for these units. So we will come here and have the units. So I have merged those ones so that I show the total costs. I have the base. I have the lower limit. And I have the upper limit. That way, these ones I can make them bold. Then the figures that I will have here, I want them to be in decimals. So tumeambiwa tutoange for 100, 150, and 200. Okay, 100, 150, and 200. So because we can't pick them, we just type. So this is 100,000. Again, nimeona gani, nimeona 150 na 200. Hiyo ingine nimeona 200. Good. Haya, so for the base, it is equal to this value here, the fixed costs, which shall remain. So you press F4 plus the variable cost here, which shall remain. So F4 times the number of units here, which shall be changing. So you don't press F4. Then you come here and autofill. Come there and autofill. Let's go to the lower limit. The same thing, equals. We take this value here, we lock it, plus this value here, we lock it, multiply by these units here, which are not changing. So then you come and autofill. The same case here, you take the upper here, you lock. plus this one, you lock, times here. You enter, you autofill. So I think we have answered that. Prepare a chart plotting the predicted Y's versus actual Y's from the regression. Okay. Higher. So let's compare units. And these are our X. I merge these ones. No, I will not merge because I want to do a graph for each. I won't merge. They want the predicted and the actual production costs. Actual production costs. Then predicted production costs. So my units still remain these ones. So I come and copy them here. Control V. Even these ones, I will need them to be in decimals. So my actual ni zile zilikuwa hapa juu, the original ones, easy, that we had picked. Those are the actuals. You come and paste them here. Both higher predicted. It's just what you have been doing. So we will say equals. We are going to use the base values. So we will be taking the fixed cost here, and the fixed cost will not be changing. So we lock it, plus the variable costs, which will not be changing. You lock it, multiply by the number of units here, which will be changing. So you enter. Once you enter, you autofill. So now, what did the examiner want? The examiner wanted what? Wanted a graph for this. So you just come and select these two. You come insert the recommended chart. So I think this one is the best, so we take that. And then this one, you can push it a little bit here. So it's picking production costs. Let's just call them actual and predicted costs. Actual and predicted costs. So that's what we have. The last one is assuming that the selling price per unit is 120, determine graphically the break-even point. Now, this one I don't think we shall make to finish because I have another class starting in the next like 10 minutes. And we have to prepare the table. We have to prepare the table and first of all, compute the break-even per unit. Then we have the values for the fixed cost, the revenues on their own. Then we plot another graph, a break-even chart. So because we are repeating, we had done this. I want to propose you can do that on your own, not unless you feel that you are not able, we send you another class so that I don't inconvenience the next class starting at 8. Okay, what do you think? Can you be able to handle part D?
Yes.
Okay, Colin says yes. Nora?
Yeah.
Yes.
Okay, good. So if we are able to handle that, then that is great. That's great.